Get ready, tech fans. Qualcomm Pulse is kicking off with a rapid-fire look at the innovations shaping our digital world. We're diving deep into ASML's global chip industry dominance. Next up, we're talking about TSMC's new 2nm chip and the potential 50% price increase that could make your next laptop or phone a whole lot more expensive. Get ready for some serious sticker shock. And the news keeps coming. We're also covering MediaTek's discussions with TSMC about production in Arizona and the rollout of their brand new Dimensity 9500 processor. This is huge for the mobile chip landscape. That's right, ASML, TSMC, and MediaTek, all making waves in the tech world. Don't miss a single second of this essential update. Make sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you never miss out on Qualcomm Pulse. Forget TSMC or NVIDIA. This Dutch company quietly controls the global chip industry. When you think of the chip industry, names like NVIDIA, Intel, and TSMC probably come to mind. They're the giants designing and manufacturing the processors that power everything from your smartphone to the AI revolution. But behind these household names sits a company that, while largely unknown to the public, holds the keys to the entire advanced chip-making process. ASML, a Dutch multinational corporation. ASML doesn't design or manufacture chips itself. Instead, it produces the highly specialized, incredibly complex machines that enable chip manufacturers like TSMC, Samsung, and Intel to etch the impossibly small transistors that form the heart of modern silicon. Their crown jewel is the EUV, extreme ultraviolet lithography machine. These machines use a unique, incredibly short wavelength of light to print patterns at scales measured in nanometers, far smaller than anything achievable with older technologies. Without ASML's EUV machines, the cutting-edge chips we rely on today simply wouldn't exist. Each machine costs over $200 million, weighs 180 tons, and requires an obsessive level of precision in its construction, drawing on over 100,000 parts from 5,000 suppliers. ASML's dominance isn't just in EUV. They also lead in older DUV lithography, making them indispensable across the entire semiconductor spectrum. The impact is profound. The nanometer labels on new chips, like Apple's 3nm announcements, are a direct reflection of ASML's technological prowess. This critical technology makes ASML a central player in global geopolitics, with the US government actively pressuring the Netherlands to restrict ASML's advanced machine sales to China, highlighting ASML's role as a national security lever. But what does this technological chokehold mean for the devices you use every day? Stay tuned as we break down the rising costs of the next generation of chips. TSMC's new 2nm chip will reportedly cost 50% higher. Get ready for more expensive laptops and phones. TSMC, the world's leading contract chip manufacturer, is the backbone for many of the biggest tech companies, including Apple, NVIDIA, and AMD. They produce the chips that power our most advanced devices. Now, a new report from China Times suggests that TSMC's upcoming 2nm process node, set to begin production as early as next year, could come with a staggering price increase of over 50% compared to their current 3nm chips. This significant cost hike is attributed to the increasing complexity and expense of developing and manufacturing these next-generation nodes. The investment in advanced machinery, like ASML's cutting-edge lithography systems and extensive research and development, runs into billions of dollars. While TSMC currently dominates the high-end chip manufacturing market with little direct competition, this price jump raises serious questions about how much of that increased cost will be passed on to consumers. Early reports indicate that the first 2nm chips might appear in smartphones, with laptops and other devices to follow. The exact impact on pricing for end users remains to be seen, but it's a development that could affect the cost of high-end electronics across the board. Public reaction is a mix of concern and anticipation. Analysts suggest that companies like Apple and Samsung might absorb some of the cost, while others could face difficult decisions about how much to raise prices for their flagship products. The market is watching closely to see if this price increase will lead to a significant jump in the cost of premium smartphones, laptops, and potentially even graphics cards and CPUs in the near future. Will these rising chip costs make your next tech upgrade a budget breaker? We're diving deeper into the financial implications and what it means for the industry. If claims about TSMC's prices for its next-gen process node are even only half right, then the best CPUs and graphics cards are going to become a lot more expensive. It's no secret that pushing the boundaries of semiconductor technology comes with an escalating price tag. The latest reports suggest that TSMC's upcoming N2 process node, the successor to their current N3 technology, could see a price increase exceeding 50% over its predecessor. This follows a trend where N3 was already about 20% more expensive than the N5 node. The astronomical costs associated with developing and manufacturing these advanced nodes are a primary driver. This includes massive investments in fabrication plants and the incredibly sophisticated equipment required, such as ASML's multi-million-dollar lithography machines. Given TSMC's near monopoly in producing these cutting-edge chips for major players like Apple, NVIDIA, and AMD, they have considerable pricing power. Industry sources indicate that yields for the N2 process have already met standards, suggesting minimal room for discounts. This potential price hike has significant implications for consumers. If companies like NVIDIA and AMD are forced to pay substantially more for their wafers, it's highly probable that the cost of high-end graphics cards and CPUs will increase significantly. While some companies might try to mitigate this by designing smaller, more efficient chips, a substantial price increase for next-generation components seems likely. This could mean that a graphics card currently priced at $300 might see its successor cost closer to $400, impacting the affordability of high-performance computing and gaming hardware. Could your dream PC build become significantly more expensive? We're shifting gears to look at how chip makers are adapting to these evolving production costs. MediaTek, in talks with TSMC on Arizona production, rolls out new Dimensity 9500. MediaTek, currently the world's largest supplier of mobile chips by shipment volume, is reportedly in discussions with TSMC about manufacturing some of its semiconductors at TSMC's new facility in Arizona. This potential collaboration comes as MediaTek simultaneously unveils its latest and most advanced 5G smartphone processor, the Dimensity 9500. The move to have chips produced in Arizona could be significant, reflecting a broader trend of chip manufacturers diversifying their production bases and potentially reducing reliance on single regions. For TSMC, it would mean expanding their U.S. operations, and for MediaTek, it could offer a strategic advantage in securing production capacity and potentially shortening supply chains for certain markets. The simultaneous launch of the Dimensity 9500 highlights MediaTek's continued push into the high-performance smartphone chip segment, aiming to compete with rivals using the latest manufacturing processes. This news has generated buzz within the industry, with analysts noting the strategic importance of MediaTek's potential U.S. production. The Dimensity 9500's capabilities are expected to enhance mobile performance, particularly in areas like AI and gaming, making it a key component for flagship smartphones in the coming year. From chip manufacturing hubs to cutting-edge processors, the tech landscape is constantly evolving. We'll wrap up with a quick recap of today's biggest stories. And that's a wrap on today's Tech Deep Dive. We've seen how ASML holds the keys to advanced chip manufacturing, how TSMC's 2nm chips could drive up prices for your next devices, and MediaTek's strategic moves in Arizona alongside their new Dimensity 9500. Don't miss out on future updates, like this video. Subscribe to Qualcomm Pulse, ring that notification bell, and share your thoughts in the comments below. Plus, follow us on all social media platforms for more exclusive content.